Stitch this with a fact so ridiculous you didn't believe it until you looked it up yourself.
You might want to save this one in case this is the one that gets me in trouble. After Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation and free blacks were promised 40 acres and a mule, he then proceeded to pay slave owners reparations of up to $300 per slave that they lost, which in today's money equals $7,500 per slave to these families. Fun fact about me is I had time this morning and I love numbers. So how much would black people actually be owed in reparations today? Well, since they were promised 40 acres and a mule and that was not paid up front, that then becomes a loan. The average rate of 1 acre of land in the contiguous United States today goes for about $12,000. If you multiply that by 40 acres, you get a number of $480,000. Also, on a loan, there's this little thing called interest. And when the principal is not paid, this interest is added. Now, on a land loan today, on the high end, there is an annual interest rate of 5.65%. So I started with $480,000 and I added 5.65% and added 5.65% and proceeded to do this until I had done this 159 times, which is the amount of years since the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. After I sat there and did that all that time, this is the number that I came up with. Now, in case you're confused by all of the commas, allow me to read that for you. That says $3,343,727,866.38. This is not including the mule back pay from about 400 years of free labor, countless wrongful death suits, and emotional distress so atrocious that it actually altered the DNA of black people and caused a genetic mutation that has been passed down through the mitochondrial DNA of African Americans for generations. You can look that up too. The United States doesn't have all this money, you say? Bullshit, because if you go back and actually tax the wealthy families who have benefited off of that, because it is common knowledge that free slave labor actually funded the Industrial Revolution, some of these companies that are still around today could pony up. Some of them are still around, and some of them you even have your money sitting in right now. Also, if you tax the churches back taxes for their part in this with the assimilation of African people, which set the stage for a lot of the oppression that black people have suffered in this country until this very day, you'd have the money easy peasy. Any attorneys want to take the biggest class action lawsuit in human history before The Hague?